Hello everyone. I don't remember if I've ever looked at this game before in an official YouTube capacity. If I did, consider this a redo of the Let's Look At. If I didn't, well, I sound like an idiot right now. Sorry about that. So, having said that, what even is this you're playing? Well, it's called Talisman. It's the digital edition. If you don't know what Talisman is, man, you never played some good board games when you were a kid, did you? So, it's a board game. It's a digital board game, obviously. Now, this game is not particularly complicated, though it does have some complicated rules, but it's just so much darn fun to play. I think it'd be easier just to show what the game's like. Well, there you go. That's how many characters you can choose from, or just rando. It's up to you. But for the sake of this video, we'll throw in... yeah, you. Black Witch, which I honestly should not beat for this, because she's a little... Actually, you know what, no, it did work well. I was going to say, because her skills are pretty freaking good. Each character has different skills. I'm not going to go over each and every one of these because we'd be here all damn night. But, yes. Currently for this, we're going to be Black... You can also more or less depend on, choose how many people you play with. And there is online as well. Also, if one person in your multiplayer group has the DLC, everybody can use it, I think. Of course, there's the complicated stuff like having all this stuff open or, enabled or not, which is basically the expansions to the game, and you can see what each one adds. It even tells you as such. But for this, we're just going to be going with the city and the dungeon, and where's that other thing? The Deep Realms. There we go, because that all works together. So... Did that upgrade, or did that give me any other character choices? Yes, it did. Actually, no, it didn't. I'm an idiot. Either way, let's get into this, because I've been spending enough time jacking around, haven't I? This game does have a pretty good tutorial area as well. Now, normally, if you don't have any of the expansions, this is purely your board, this green, the middle, and then this. These, not that. This whole area, and this is all the expansion. Temporal Vortex. It's not as good as the other one, but it's still better. If you're instructed to lose your turn, you may cast the spell. Yeah. So you can already see some of the systems in place. Now, every character starts in different areas. Because I'm starting as the Black Witch, we're in the Cursed Glade. Now, generally, you start on the outside, though this character does start on the inside. Giggity. And, yeah, the Black Witch's thing is you can move either 3, 2, or 5. So, you have a lot of choices on what you're going to do, generally speaking. So long as you don't, roll really badly. So, this is how the game generally works. You move to a blank spot on the board, you draw an adventure card, and then this is a really bad one, but, whatever. I'm just gonna get ready to, No, I'm not gonna lose my turn, thank you very much. And they're not even gonna try and stop it, though they could if they had a counterspell or some such. He missed a turn. They missed a turn. He missed a turn. I didn't, because I used the thing it gave me. But yeah, this is your strength, this is your craft. It's come in very handy in different situations. For example, some characters can initiate psychic combat, which takes into your craft into account instead of your strength. Now, battle's very simple. If I can ever find what's his strength's 3, yeah, I'm not trying to fight him. I'm not trying to fight any of those. But I'd rather be closer to the elf than I would the troll, because he could beat the piss out of me. Well, I guess we're gonna see what it's like to lose, because mathematically speaking, there's no way I can win this. This is like the shittiest first draw. Well, I guess second draw. This is the crappiest second draw I've ever seen in Talisman, but here we are. Since I have a craft of 3, and he has a craft of 10, I can only get a 9 max, and he can get an 11 minimum. I just auto-lose this. And when you fail, you lose a life, which is the green here. Now, if you have a bad roll, you can also skip, though it's not entirely recommended you skip, but you can. I just did that just so you can see that. Because you usually want to see what people are doing. You don't really want to go like, what did everybody just do? I don't friggin' know. Travel there. What do we got here? Well, you can also collect objects. You can collect followers, which help you in passive ways. And, it's just overall... Can I... What does that do again? Okay. Divine Intervention. Your defeat... thanks! That's, really wish I had that before. Now, the goal of this game is to get to the Crown of Command. When you get to the Crown of Command... Yeah, 1, 2, or 3, nothing. But on 4, 5, and 6, every other character loses a life. So when everybody's lives are to 0 and you're still standing, that's the game. It's a very simple premise. But to get to the Inner Sanctum, or the Plane of Peril, or whatever it is, let's go through this backwards. You gotta get through the Portal of Power, which it's not really that complicated, but you do have to raise your stats, namely your strength or your cunning, and if you're smart and have a gnome, you use cunning, because that way you only gotta roll 1 dice. Or if you're a dwarf, or the dwarf. But to get even over to the middle, you gotta either go here and roll a 6, which is not very likely, or you can try and fight the Sentinel, which has a strength of 9 to even get through. Or you can get teleported, which is fairly rare, but you can. Just telling you all the different ways you can do something doesn't mean you should do something. Preferably, I like the crappiest rolls of all time, man. That's what this is. Now, the forest and the crags, which I think is this, I'm not sure. Yeah, the crags and the forest are similar, except one's craft 4 for the thing you get attacked by, and the other one's strength 4, and neither of which I want to deal with right now. What is that? That's a wraith. I don't want to deal with that either. Guess I'm going here. Well, at least that's in my somewhat weight range. I'm not bribing you. I'll fight you. This will give me a good opportunity to test to show the fate mechanic off if I haven't already, which I don't think I have. Okay, so long as he gets like a 2, we're fine. Okay, mathematically speaking, I'd have to get a 6 to even tie him. I can either... Wait a minute, I have... Yeah, I can just use this. Queue that right now. Queuing is basically whenever you can use it, you will use it, so I'm just gonna use Divine Intervention here. But you can use your Fate, which is your purple, to basically re-roll a die. So... Casting time on a character, the character must discard all of their spells. Not really gonna help me with this group I'm fighting, but okay then. If I was fighting, like, or facing Prophetess, or Wizard, or Warlock, or any of that, maybe that'd be better, but I'm pretty much the only spellcaster here. I'm going to die. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. Come on, you dick. I gotta re-roll that, because I just gotta. There we go. Pick on someone your own size, troll. Choose to take 1 life or an object. Well, he has no objects and no gold, so I'm taking your life. Apparently. I mean, not like he gives a crap, he's got 5 more, but you see how this works. Mules, you lucky bastard. You got a mule already. That thing can carry 4 extra objects. That is huge. Objects usually give you a passive or an active effect, so it's really freaking good. I can go... Is that the... That's the plains. I'll go over here. There we go. God damn it. Shittiest luck in all of mankind's history right here, man. So I'm gonna have to skip a turn. Oh, well, there we go. Did I say everybody not evil or everybody evil? I thought I said everybody evil. I didn't actually read that. I'm sorry. I'm bad. Anyway. We're traveling over here because I still haven't gotten anything good. Like at all. That's not helping. That is not helping at all. Well, crap. That's how board games be sometimes, man. You know, you don't always win. And I can only move 1 spot. Well, yeah, where am I going to go? I either automatically lose a life here because I'm evil. I forgot about the whole alignment thing. I'm evil. There's evil, neutral, and good. I think that's neutral. Yeah, I'm evil, so I don't really want to go to the chapel, so I guess I'm going to the frickin' crags. I don't want to go to the crags, but I guess I got to now. Well, no, I'm just gonna take that, because, I mean, at this point, it's... Yeah. It could work. Yeah, and that worked just fine. There we go. I was hoping to at least get some trophies here so I could also show the trophy mechanic, but it doesn't look like I will in the near future. The way trophy mechanics work is if you defeat something, which I don't have that in my inventory because that was a ghost. Yeah, there we go, the craft trophy value. So once you get enough of the trophy value for either strength or craft, this one's just craft, you can basically trade them all in and get an extra thing in either strength or craft, depending on what you're trading in. Which will obviously make the game a lot easier for you. So, don't forget that. And does anybody actually have any spells? No. Never mind. But yeah, the inner plane of peril is very challenging. There's usually a craft way, which is this way. You roll 3 dice, subtract your craft from the total, and then you can go all the way back to here, 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 or one of these, I think is this, but either way, yeah, that's a dangerous way to go. Or you can go the way I normally do, which is just based on pure RNG, by going to the crypt. Usually I have strength, not craft. But then you gotta go dice with death. Dicing with death is pure RNG. You roll 2 sets of die, one for you, one for death. You have to win, and then you can move on. And then you have to have a talisman to actually enter here, which is what you're trying to get out here, and then move into here, and then, yeah, that's how the game works. This game takes a phenomenal amount of time, however, especially if you're playing with 4 people or for even just 3 AI. This game usually takes, for me, on average, about 40 minutes to an hour and 20 minutes, depending on how long the game goes. So if you're looking for something for a nice evening in, and you like board games, you love fantasy, you love different character, what's the word? Like, not traits, but you get what I'm saying, whereas the elf, is kind of safe in the forest, he can get hide or whatever, whereas the troll, you don't have to roll in the crags, and you can heal if you roll a 6, and the monk, which I think is one of the crappier ones, you add your starting craft to your strength during battle, which gives you a nice early game boost, but you can't actually use any weapons or armor. There's tons of characters, and they all have their ups and downs, and I just have fun playing different ones to see what they're like. Personally, I really like the Black Witch just because I hate being stuck on one part of the board and I can actually move around the board, so I really like the Black Witch's stuff. But yeah, I've been known to play the Shadow Cultist, the Warrior, the Tavern Maid. They're all really fun. They all have their own little twist on the game and how they can impact. Whereas with the Tavern Maid, at this point, you might as well just go and show most of the characters because honestly I don't really care about this game. I was just trying to show you the mechanics of it. But the characters are where it's absurd how much stuff you can do, how many different play styles there are. Whereas with the Warrior, it's very simple. You beat the crap out of people, and you take their stuff. And you can use 2 weapons at once, which is a huge boon, by the way. It's like +2 strength, generally. But whereas the Tavern Maid, well, she's more of a make love not war kind of gal, kind of. And if you're actually lucky, if you're facing her, she can give you a boon. More often, though, you're going to give her something, or you're going to lose. Miss your next turn, decide where people go if they roll that. But if they roll a 5 or a 6, they can get good stuff, which is, I mean, for me, I got it every time. But for most people, I'd imagine RNG don't help you as much. So you can really screw people over that way. Or the Cat Burglar, which focuses more on, well, getting material possessions and helping that carry you through, or the Tinkerer, which starts with 3 objects, which is huge. Or even the Bounty Hunter, whenever you kill an enemy, you get a gold. What'd you expect? That's what a Bounty Hunter does. You know, you got the ninja, shapeshifter, illusionist, conjurer, courtesan, which is one of the most dickish, I'd imagine, playstyles, considering you can just basically steal other people's followers, which is huge. Though you do lose a turn, but I just love this game. I love it so much. It takes forever, but and it's pretty cheap right now, I might add. So if you like board games, you like fantasy, you love just having different characters you can try to play the game around and just figure out how to win with each character, this game is phenomenal. I highly recommend you check it out. Like I said, it's very cheap right now on Steam, and I know you can buy like 6 copies, I think, for like $25, so you can send some to your friends. At least that's when I looked last night. I don't know about now, to be fair. But I do recommend it, and I will see you all next time, because I'm not playing a full game of this right now. Oh, hell no. But I just wanted to make this video, and here we are. So, later, everyone. Until then.